The future of Star Wars is quite interesting because we have a lot of new projects coming out, and they have like this new timeline with all these different eras that they're going to fill content in, and it's kind of interesting to be a fan right now. And I decided, why not on May 4th, I talk about the future of Star Wars, because what we know about the franchise right now is probably going to be quite different in the next decade. Because we have 3 new films coming out, and I am very optimistic about all 3 of these films. And I hope that they do come out, because the track record that Lucasfilm has, it could be that some of these films that are coming out are not going to be released. And I'm mainly looking at the film that's focusing on the first Jedi to ever exist in Star Wars, that's set like thousands upon thousands of years in the past. This film I don't think is going to be coming out, but I like to be proven wrong, because Lucasfilm has a track record of not really making like these out there films, and having a film take place tens of thousands of years in the past of the Star Wars universe will be such a gimmicky thing to do. Because you have to say, what are the droids going to be like? What's the ships going to be like? What's the universe going to be like? Or the galaxy going to be like at that current point in time? What's the political climate? What's the, all these different factors they have to equate to, which is kind of a lot to think about if you're a single director or writer making a project in this unknown era, and you don't really have the foresight to really see a plan when it comes to the greater galaxy at that time. It's mainly your own story, so it's like, how is this going to fit into everything? Really, is it just going to be one of those isolated stories? Is it going to be, what's it going to be? Because all I really know is that they're taking inspiration from a biblical story, it's like the Moses story. They're taking inspiration from that. And I'd like to see that, because I think it would be really cool of experience to see that type of thing. Not an adaptation of Moses' story, but inspiration from it is what I'm trying to say here. That's what they said. And I hope this film does come out, because it's going to be very interesting to see. Moving over to the streaming side of things, I am very happy to see all these streaming shows come out, and all the diverse content that we're getting. Now, does that mean it's good content? I can't say, because there's so much divisive stuff. Season 3 of The Mandalorian is very divisive, and hopefully whenever Season 4 comes out, that fares much better. But all the new shows that are coming out, like the Ahsoka series, which I'm really excited to see, hopefully that's really good. I would love to see all the crazy stuff that's going to happen in that show. What type of references are we going to see from the Clone Wars and Rebels? Like, what are we going to see from like the films as well? Like, my god, there's so many opportunities in that show. Moving on from that, we have the Skeleton Crew, which I'm really excited to see. It's a new show. It's like the Goonies in Star Wars, is what I've been hearing, which that should be the same quality as the rest of the Mandalorian era stuff, because it's set in that time period. We have the Acolyte, which I think is kind of cool to see. I mean, we have to see, because I think it's set in the High Republic era or before the Phantom Menace, that time period, but I don't know what that's going to be. I've seen photos on set with like a bunch of Jedi, I think it's about the Sith. I could be wrong on that, but more details need to come out. Trailer needs to come out for me to actually create an opinion on it, on whether it could be good or not. I will be watching all of this, mainly because, for my YouTube channel, but also just because I do like Star Wars. I'm one of those fans that like to watch everything when it comes to Star Wars. Now that I have Disney Plus, it's like an easy thing for me to do. Regardless if my family wants to go see it or not, I can just watch it on my own. And it's a great thing, because I do have a greater insight on Star Wars than I did before. And that's for me doing my YouTube channel, doing this channel. I like doing these videos. I like ranking stuff. I like talking about stuff. Whether that be the latest episode of something, what fans are divided on. Because I do like covering that type of stuff and giving my own opinions on it, I don't always make videos on here because, I only make videos on stuff that I'm, like, passionate about. Like this type of video, like, I'm passionate about talking about my optimism about Star Wars. Like, I'm really excited to see what the future holds, and could it be a good thing? Because with the track record that Lucasfilm has, that could be the case. Maybe they're turning over a new leaf. But who knows? Like, most projects that come out are received positively. I see on like social media, I see people celebrating the latest episodes of shows and stuff like that. Like, I see positivity, and that's such a great thing to see. And I love that. And it makes me want to cover more Star Wars stuff. it gets me motivated to do more Star Wars related things, which I'm glad. You know, when I look at negative stuff, it demotivates me, but when I look at positive stuff like the community coming together for shows or movies or whatever, it's like it's such a great thing. And that's what I love about the fandom and Star Wars, is that, you know, we may have our disagreements about stuff, but we do come together on certain days to celebrate stuff. Whether that be on May 4th or whenever a new movie or show comes out, people come together and say, hey, this is actually pretty good. Yeah, there's something I don't like about it, but yeah, overall it's pretty good. Now, obviously, as time goes on, opinions do change. I mean, to me, I like some stuff, I don't like some stuff. But overall, I do like a lot of stuff in Star Wars, especially Disney era stuff. I know they get a lot of flack, but I do like what they do for the most part, outside the sequel trilogy and the mishandling of that. Everything else is kind of good. Yeah, maybe they should have made the Obi-Wan show into a movie. Yeah, maybe the Book of Boba Fett should have been a movie as well. But they're shows, and some of it I like, some of it I don't like. And hopefully Lucasfilm can turn a new leaf and do some good. But I don't know. Kathleen Kennedy should probably retire soon, because her still being the CEO of Lucasfilm is beyond me. How she's still in her seat, I don't get it, but you know, it's Hollywood. They have stuff behind the scenes that no one knows about, and that's all I can really say on that, because I don't know. I'm not in Hollywood. I don't know the secrets, the ins and outs of Hollywood, so that's just how they roll. And, you know, for me, Star Wars is going to be back again someday in the next couple decades. We just have to wait. When I'm an old man, Star Wars will probably be back where it was back in the early 2000s, I guess. So we have to wait until then. I'm joking, of course. It's, you know, Star Wars is good now. There is a lot of good stuff now. I like a lot of stuff, whether that be the shows, the video games, and some of the comic books. Even though I don't like the books, I still like some of the stuff in the books. Overall, I think Star Wars is pretty good right now. Now, yes, there's stuff I don't like about it. There's stuff to disagree on, but I think everyone can say that the fandom now and Star Wars now, both of those, are better now than they were just a couple years ago. And with that, I'm going to end it there. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And do you agree or disagree with what I had to say in this video? Because, like I said, people still have their disagreements. People still argue. But it's not as bad as it was in like 2018. You know, we don't want to go back to that year. That's a bad year for Star Wars and the fandom. So let's not go back to that. Let's continue forward, alright? But yeah, I'm going now, so goodbye everyone.